Hey yo, pineapples, Ned Sheera back again with yet another new deck profile. I'm bringing you a brand new deck profile, this one of my pure Zoodiac build that I took to my recent locals this past weekend. Man, this deck has got so much nostalgia for me. I played this deck religiously when it came out. So it was a 2017, 2018 sort of a era for Yu-Gi-Oh for me, and oh my god, this deck has brought back so many memories. For those who played the deck back in the day, you would know the Northern Fusion sub combo was absolutely insane. +7, but this deck clearly can't do that anymore because A, Norton's banned, and B, we don't have as many Dragons and Broadballs to play with anymore. So I will show you the deck list that I took to my recent locals. I went X1 out of 3 rounds, only losing to, unfortunately, in an unfortunate incident, to spellbooks, but I will get to that when I get to a particular card that I decided to put in my deck as well. So I will show you the 40 card main, the 15 card extra and side, and then the 40 card main consists of 22 monsters, 14 spells, and 4 trap cards. So we'll get straight into it, starting with the 9 Zoodiac monsters that I run. So we had 1 Zoodiac Rat here. For those who don't know, that the Zoodiac monsters all have their effect when they're under a Beast Warrior Xyz monster, plus an effect while they're a monster on the field. So Rat Pier on normal summon sends a Zoodiac card from deck to graveyard, and while under a Beast Warrior type Xyz monster, it gains the following effect of: once a turn, you can detach material to special summon 1 Zoodiac Rat Pier from your deck. Now Rat Pier is at 1, so that effect is null and void, but the foolish any Zoodiac card does come up quite a lot, particularly for one particular card, and I'll show you that when I get there. So 1 Zoodiac Rap here. We have 3 Zoodiac Whiptail. Now Whiptail on the field has a quick effect of it can attach itself from either on field or hand to a Beast Warrior Xyz monster. Now, specifically Beast Warrior Xyz monster. Obviously, all of these Zoodiac monsters are Beast Warriors, but there are some instances where you can play things like Brotherhood of the Fire Fist, Tiger King. That was a Beast Warrior type monster, and this actually did come up on the very niche occasions that it did. But and then underneath a Beast Warrior Xyz monster, any card that monster would battle is banished at the end of the turn. So that's what Whiptail does. Really, really good card. We play 3 Zoodiac Ram. On the field, Zoodiac Ram, when destroyed by battle or card effect, special summons a Zoodiac monster from the graveyard, except itself. And while underneath a Beast Warrior Xyz monster, it has the effect of, during either player's turn, when your opponent activates a trap card that targets this card, you can detach material to negate that effect. So it negates trap targeting for it. Really solid. And then we have 2 Zoodiac Thoroughblade. I would like to have won 3 of this, but on normal special, you discard a Zoodiac card from hand to draw a card. The discard is not a cost. And then while underneath a Beast Warrior monster, that monster has piercing damage. So good card. As I said before, I would love to have run 3 of this, but unfortunately I did not have 3 to run. So instead I teched in 1 card that I will show you right now, which is the Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Bear. For those who played Pure Zoo in the day, might have played this in their build, might not have played this in their build. I really enjoyed this in the Pure Zoodiac build. For those who don't know what it does, once a turn, when it deals damage to your opponent, you can set a Fire Formation spell card from your deck face down to your field, and then you can send a face-up Fire Formation spell or trap from your field to grave to destroy 1 monster on your opponent's field. It does target. But I really, really like this interaction. The fact that it's a Beast Warrior as well is also another really good thing to incorporate into the deck. It was just my one tech choice simply because I didn't have the 3rd Thoroughblade. Going forward, this will become the 3rd Thoroughblade for the deck. And then for those, again, who played the pure build of Zoodiac, you would know you could play a slew of hand traps. I played 12, so I'll get into those 12 right now. There would be some changes that I would make to the hand traps, but we start with the triple Nibiru. For my locals, as it turns out, Nibiru doesn't really come up. Not a great deal of people play anything that require you to be playing Nibiru, so in the long run, I think from now on I will either not play Nibiru or side Nibiru, because it just doesn't come up at all. The best hand trap in the game, Ash Blossom. it's Ash Blossom. If you're playing any deck that can play hand traps, this is your go-to hand trap, as I keep telling. I play 3 Effect Veiler as well. Apologies for the misrarity on my Effect Veilers. It's just a generic hand trap, so it does everything you need it to do. And then I also played 2 Diddy Crow, which came up quite often. I wish I played a third, but instead of the third, I played the 1 Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. Weirdly enough, both of these did come up against the Pendulum player in round 3. It's the bizarrest thing. The one time that I opened a DD Crow against the Pendulum player, he Dragon Shrines for the Dark Worm. I DD Crow the Dark Worm so he has no more other plays. This popped when he triggered the Pendulum effect of lost the Pendulum to pop the other scale to search the same copy. I ogred that so he had no high scale, so I ended up winning both of those because he did not have a high scale. But in hindsight, I think Nibiru's will go to either the side deck or just won't be played, and I'll increase the number of ogres. And I haven't thought of another hand trap to play at this stage, but definitely will be more ogres in the future. If not, I'll just cut Nibiru down to 2 and play the second ogre as well. So they're the 22 monsters that I played. Onto the 14 spells, we played only the 3 Fire Formation Tenki. Tenki, when activated, searches you a level 4 or lower Beast Warrior monster from deck to hand. And then on field, all Beast Warrior monsters you control gain 100 attack points. You can only activate Fire Formation Tenki once per turn. Nothing wrong with it. It starts your combos off. It gets you to where you need to go. And then because it's only at 1, RIP, Zoodiac Barrage. This card, you can target one other face-up... Let me start that again. You can target one face-up card you control, including itself, destroy it, and then special summon 1 Zoodiac monster from your deck. And then when it's destroyed from the field by a card effect, you can attach this to a Zoodiac Xyz material, as an Xyz material. So it's really, really, really good card. There's probably a reason why this is at 1 and it was so busted as it is. Not much else to say about it. Zoodiac Barrage. I really love the card. And I played a lot of draw cards to keep up the consistency, particularly without all the Zoodiac Barrages and all that sort of stuff. So I played 3 Desires. Again, for consistency, you need to see your combo pieces as quickly as possible. And then because our combo pieces require literally 9 cards, pretty much it's 18 monsters, I play 3 Pot of Avarice. Saw it when I needed it, and I usually sided one out if I'm going second. I would keep it in going in third in the grind game if I happen to be going first. And then the 1 Upstart Goblin, I said 39 card deck needed consistency. And then I also played triple Cosmic Cyclone in the main deck. This honestly was a flex spot. If you decide to play this deck, you could probably put anything you want for this particular slot. It could be Call by the Graves, it could be some other trap cards that you wish to play, it could be other hand traps, it could be other tech slots that you played in your own version of a Zoodiac build. But Cosmic Cyclone, it came up when I needed it. I saw it when I needed it, and it came up when I needed it. So I don't think I would change this at this point. I think it was consistent enough as it was. And then the last 4 trap cards that I played, because they finally came in the mail, I play 4 Imperm. Sorry, I play 3 Imperm. I wish I could play 4 Imperm. Play 3 Infinite Impermanence, because it's Infinite Impermanence. There's a reason why it's probably arguably the second best hand trap of the format. I think Ash is better than this card, but that's me talking. And then I also played 1 Zoodiac combo. On field, Zoodiac combo, you target a Zoodiac Xyz monster you control, and then attach a Zoodiac monster from your deck to it as an Xyz material. And then in graveyard, you can banish it to target 5 Zoodiac cards in your graveyard with different names, shuffle them into your deck, and then draw a card. Really, really lovely card. Was actually tempted to play 2 just so I could see it more often, but I think that would have been a bit overkill, so I'll leave it at 1. It did what it needed to do. I saw it when as I said, it's like Cosmic Cyclone. I saw it when I needed it, and it came in clutch when I needed it as well. So I will get next into the extra deck with the Zoodiac portion of triple Charcanine. Excuse me, Charcanine. All the Zoodiac monsters have the same ability of they gain attack points equal to the Zoodiac monsters that it has as material. So yeah, so none of the Xyz monsters have got undetermined points, but Thorablade's got 1600 attack, Ram's got 2000 defense, and all that sort of stuff, all that goodness. And then they've all got their own unique skill. So Charcanine has the ability of you detach material to target a Zoodiac monster from your grave special summon it. That monster, however, for the rest of the turn has its effects negated and cannot be used for an Xyz summon. So that's what Charcanine does. We've got 3 Tiger Mortar. Again, its attacks are determined depending on what monsters it's got attached to it. And there's also, you can detach material, target an Xyz monster on your field and a Zoodiac monster on your grave. Attach that monster from grave to the Xyz monster. It says specifically an Xyz monster, so you can, on the off chance that you need to, attach it to a, I don't know, Dargusto Emerald if you really needed it to. Which hasn't come up lately, but it has in the past when I've been playing this deck. So really, really good card. And then the one-offs we play are 1 Hammerkong. Hammerkong, again, attack points to the Zoodiac attachment materials. On field, it has the effect of, while it has an Xyz material, your opponent cannot target other Zoodiac monsters with card effects. That's literally all he does. But yeah, good for a little, I think it's a 2-card combo or something, 1-card combo you can get with this deck, so it's actually not too bad. 1 Broad Bull. This one doesn't actually do a great deal. This one literally can attack your opponent directly, and then it has got a win condition if it's got 12 Xyz materials to it, but you never get to that stage, so you're more than welcome to read that, but I don't plan to at this stage. And then the reason why the deck was so busted, 1 Zoodiac Trident. It is a 1, so that's what we play. Zoodiac Trident, during either player turn, is a quick effect to pop a face-up card by detaching a material. Not really much else to say about it. Also, all the Xyz monsters, you can summon them over an Xyz monster instead of the requirements on the card. So, for example, Zoodiac Trident has a requirement of 4 level 4s. You can just slap it on top of another Xyz monster, another Zoodiac monster as instead, which is something I forgot to mention as well. They all have that effect, but you can only play one of them as that once per turn. So you can't play multiple Charcanines. So you can't go Charcanine, Trident, Charcanine in the same turn. You have to wait. So that was the other thing that I forgot to mention as well. The only other 2 Xyz monsters I played was 1 Dargusto Emerald. It didn't come up as much as I thought it would today, because Port of Avarice is a really good card. And the other card was Abyss Dweller. You can play, the other card that I was considering playing was number F0 Utopic Future. That was the other card that I considered playing, which was the 2 monsters with the same rank. But again, this could be literally another card. You can play Tornado Dragon, any level 4, any rank 4. I could probably play Tiger King if I really wanted to, but yeah, any rank 4 would have done for this slot. Or another Link monster. Speaking of Link monsters, I'll get into them right now. So I played 1 Gravity Controller. Unfortunately, it didn't come up today, but in the instances where you need to get rid of probably a Xyz monster in order to maybe put them all back in the deck and then draw some new cards so you can continue popping off, it does come up. Unfortunately, it didn't over the weekend, but good card nonetheless. 1 Firefighting Darumidol, which requires 2 Beast Warrior, or Wing Beast monsters. Now, this monster gets 100 attack for every Beast Warrior, and Wing Beast you control, and then you can target a spell trap on your field and a card on their field and pop them both. And when it's destroyed, you can add back a Beast Warrior from grave to hand. So that's what this was. This could have been Orsa, the Earth Charmer, the link to summon back an Earth monster from your opponent's graveyard. I think that would have been a better one. But, I don't know, I was literally testing this one out, to be perfectly honest. So, yeah, again, this is interchangeable if you really wanted to. And then the reason why this deck is so incredibly busted is the 2 Infinitrack Fortress Megaclops. This card is insane, my guys. This card is absolutely insane. 4,000 attack. It requires 3 Xyz monsters. It is unaffected by monster effects, except that of Xyz monsters, and it cannot be destroyed by battle, except by Xyz monsters. And then it's also got the, once per turn, you can target 1 Xyz monster in your grave and 1 card on your opponent's field. Special summon the monster from your graveyard to your field and attach your opponent's targeted card to that Xyz monster. Your opponent take half damage for the rest of the turn. A simple spot removal like that, with a 4k body, to summon back literally what I did. Summon back Trident, just link it off, summon this, summon it back from the Megalop. It was just mind-boggling how good this card actually is. I'm so glad I played 2, because it hard loses to Strike and Solemn Judgment, as I found out today as well. So, yeah, 2... this card's brilliant. I love this card in this deck. that's the extra deck done. And then last but not least, the side deck. I played one more bear and the gorilla. We all know what bear does. Gorilla is sort of like bear, only it sets a 5 formation spell from the deck if it destroys the opponent monster by battle, and then you can send a 5 formation from field to grave to pop to MST a spell or trap card on their field. So that's what they do. They were just tech choices of mine. As I said, hindsight, the bear comes out of the main deck and a third Thoroughblade comes in, but it was still fun. 3 Dark Ruler No More. I didn't need to side in Dark Ruler No More. It never came up. It's Dark Ruler No More. On the off chance you play meta, it is a blowout. 1 Red Reboot. For those niche instances, this should actually be a third evenly matched. But I'm happy with the 2-1 split, to be perfectly honest. I didn't want to clog my hand with all of these at once, and this is only at 1, so if I see it, it makes my opponents go, ugh, and it makes me go, and then the next card is, it's Compulsory Evacuation Device. Now, unfortunately, there was a thing that happened in round 1. I was playing Spellbooks. It was my only loss. What happened was, these were originally supposed to be Waking the Dragon. So what my end board was, I think it was Tenki, Dryden, Hammerkong with this set and another card, and another set card. I've already used this card, so it was Dryden, Hammerkong, Tenki, and this set. He summons the High Priestess of Prophecy, which has the effect to pop a card on the field by banishing a spellbook. Had this been Waking the Dragon, I would have won. But I changed it the night before, thinking that no one at my locals actually plays any backer removal. Going, oh, this is clearly the better tech choice. Why don't we just throw this in there? Turns out Waking the Dragon actually would have won me games. Or won me a game. So that would have been completely different. I'm not mad at all. I promise you, I'm not mad. Just disappointed in myself. We play 2 goes in match. All the Zoodiac monsters and even the Megalopolis is an Earth attribute, so this is totally fine. Another reason why I would love to play 3 Thoroughblade and the bear can come out. And then I'm playing 3 Solemn Judgment just for the option if I happen to be going first as well. So that is the end of said deck profile. As I said, a lot of nostalgia came back from me playing this deck. It's a really, really, really fun deck. I hope you at least give it a go for yourself, just to see how it goes for you. I really enjoy, as I said, I really enjoy it. Any tips, tricks, or queries about the deck, by all means, leave them down in the comments below. And I'll end this by asking a question. I've actually ordered some boxes of Battle of Legends Armageddon. So I was wondering if you guys wished to see me open some boxes on this channel. Comment down below, like the video, and suggest maybe I'll go live on YouTube and something and do it as well. So that was the only thing that I had to say as well. So thank you all for watching very, very much. I hope you like the deck profile. And until we meet again, guys, take care. Peace.